Hello everyone, so I'm back for another tutorial, and today we are making the Rainbow Bracelet, which is designed by me, and you're going to be working on with 5 colors for this bracelet, and you're going to need around 80 to 90 bands for this design. So you'll need a hook, your loom, 5 colors of bands of your choice, and some couple of bands for extending your bracelet later on. So let's get started. So to start off, you'll need to set your loom this way with the arrows pointing away from you, and I'm just going to be working on with some purple jelly bands, turquoise jelly bands, white bands, pink, and caramel. So you're going to take one band, place it like this, and then you're going to place it vertically all the way up the loom. Make sure you're pushing your bands down because you're going to be placing more bands on these pegs later on. So I just came up with this design today and decided to film a video about it. So you're going to put your bands up to here, up to the second last peg of your loom, and you're going to take your second color, place the first band right there, and you're going to do pretty much the same thing, bringing it up all the way until to the second last peg of your loom. So I'm just going to move my loom to this angle just so you can see how I'm placing my bands. Sorry about that, that's my phone. Now working on with your caramel bands, you're going to put the first one in the center, at the center, and you're just going to do the same. You're just going to bring it up all the way until the second to the last peg of your loom. Like so. There you go. So you should have something like this. And then now working on with my white bands, take one band, place it diagonally on the first peg to the first peg on the left side, and then just place it in a zigzag pattern on your loom, like so. And you're also going to do this until you reach almost at the end of the loom. Remember to push your bands down so you'll have more room for the other bands that you'll be placing in the loom later on. Changing the angle of my loom so you can see what I'm doing, and like so. Now we're going to do with the same thing on this side, but this time I'm using my pink bands. So we're just going to place the first band right there, and again in a zigzag motion. changing the angle of my loom once more so you guys can see what I'm actually doing. And there you go. So once you're done placing your bands, you should have something that looks like this. And on the side, like so. So you want to we will start looping the bands. So turn your loom around with the arrows pointing towards you. Now you want to push down the bands on these two pegs right here. And you want to take two bands of any color and place it on this peg to this peg right there. And that's going to be your capping band. So we're going to start looping the bracelet. Doing so, you just want to push back this capping band, grab the first band right there, bring it to the center, and so you're just going to start looping in a zigzag motion. Let me just zoom that in so you guys can see. And there you go. So you're just going to keep doing this until you reach the end of the loom. Make sure you're only grabbing one band. In my case, I'm only looping these pink bands first. And there you go. So now you want to start looping on the right side. So push back that capping band right there. Grab the band that's on top. You want to hold that down so it doesn't pop out of the loom. And you're just going to start your zigzag motion hooking process. Always make sure you're only grabbing one band at a time. I'm gonna try to grab that white band right there. Okay, so So now that you are done hooking the zigzag bands, we are now going to start looping these horizontal or vertical bands, right here. So I'm just going to start off on the left side first, push back that capping band, grab those bands at the bottom. Sorry about that. I'll just do that again. There we go. Grab the bottom band and loop it up. Changing the angle of my loom so you can see better. And on the last vertical band right there, and you will see your one diagonal band at the bottom. Let me just focus that on the camera right there. So you just want to loop that, grab that bottom band and just bring it to the center like so. And then we're gonna loop the right side of your loom, just like how we did on the left side. Just grabbing those bottom bands and bringing it back to where they came from. Like so. And on the last diagonal band right there, so I'm gonna go inside the channel, grab those bottom band and bring it to the center. And now we're gonna loom the vertical bands that is on the center of the loom, which is in my case a caramel color. So I just want to push this back, grab the bottom band, loop it back to where it came from, and you're just going to keep doing that until you reach the end of the loom. Going to change the angle of the loom so you can see it better. I'm just grabbing those bottom bands and looping them, looping them back to where they came from. Onto the last band right there. So you want to look your loom from the side to make sure that there aren't any bands left that is not yet looped. In my case, everything's been looped. Now starting on this side first, we're going to take bands off the loom, and remember that I'm holding this side down because there is a loose end right there, and I don't want that to come off the loom just yet without securing it. Take this side off the loom and working on the other side. And now you want to stick your hook in the middle or inside the channel right here on this first peg, and you want to grab all those bands so you can take the bracelet off the loom. And you should have something that looks like this. Of course, we aren't done yet because we need to extend the bracelet. To do that, what I want to do first is secure the bracelet by taking 2 bands right there, stretch it out, and just tuck it inside those bands. Once you've done that, you're going to do a slip knot by taking this side and putting it inside these 2 bands right there. Give it a tug and your bracelet is now secure. You can now start extending your bracelet. I'm just going to do single chains with my hook. I'll need around 6 to 8 bands for this, so it could fit comfortably on my wrist. Just doing single chains right there. And there you go. So I'm just going to take my C-clip, attach it to these bands to seal it, like so. Now that that's attached, you want to take the 2 ends right here, and you want to grab your C-clip and put those bands inside, and you have finished your Ramble bracelet. So this is what they look like together. 2 bracelets that I made. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!